Hey guys, LevelCap here, and this week in gaming has gotten a bit of an upgrade. Now you can pick the news you want to hear about most. Just click on the screen on the headline that you want to hear most about. Mobile users can see the description for timestamps to links. Otherwise, you can just watch the whole video and get generally informed on everything going on in the FPS gaming world. First up, in a move that's pretty unprecedented for a Call of Duty game, Black Ops 3 multiplayer has gone standalone. For $15, you can get the multiplayer starter pack, which includes everything in Black Ops 3's existing multiplayer except prestiging, custom game modes, mods, and the upcoming unranked server browser. An upgrade option to get the full game will run you another $45. The starter pack is a limited time offer and ends on the 29th. Now, a Call of Duty game seeing a substantial discount in its first year of release is pretty much unheard of, but what's even more unheard of is players being able to buy basically one half of a Call of Duty game, since so many players just want to play one aspect of Call of Duty. It's not to say there aren't people who like both single player and multiplayer, but there's definitely those people who are just exclusively interested in one or the other aspect. This being a limited time offer suggests that Activision is using it to benchmark just how strongly multiplayer drives Call of Duty sales. Maybe we'll see this year's Infinity Ward entry to the franchise sold in separate components at launch. The starter pack certainly works a bit of a hook and bait offer to get people to buy the full game. If the standalone weren't feature limited and was offered at a $15 to $20 price point, it would be a no-brainer for anyone who enjoys Call of Duty multiplayer. Hopefully they don't just start charging $60 for multiplayer and future Call of Duty releases. I know there's still a lot of people who enjoy the single player aspect of the game, but as said by several game developers, single player can often be 75% of the budget. So in this case, it really does make sense to do some real market research. Big news has also come for DAYZ'S, as the new rendering engine for the game Infusion has finally been demoed via the DAYZ dev team's YouTube channel. Featuring a development path to superior graphics and performance over DAYZ's current rendering engine, this is huge news for players of the DAYZ standalone game. Performance issues, many broken graphical effects like night lighting, and lack of distinct atmosphere that sets DAYZ standalone apart from the original ARMA mod have dissuaded many people from buying the early access title. The new render stands as the first major development hurdle to getting DAYZ feeling like a real game. And in similar news, DAYZ's publisher and parent development team, Bohemia Interactive, has released an update for ARMA 3 called Eden. The update brings a massively improved scenario editor that is also 3D, giving players the ability to create missions by pointing and clicking. Additional improvements include a more immersive audio experience and geometric occluders, which keep the game from rendering anything the player can't see and improves performance. A lack of proper occlusion is something that has plagued ARMA games for years and is one of the primary reasons DAYZ standalone runs so poorly. And speaking of updates, CSGO'S new operation has launched. Operation Wildfire brings new skins, 7 community maps, missions, and most importantly, an updated version of the classic CS map Nuke. Seeking to rebalance Nuke for a better competitive experience, the new Nuke has more accessible options for navigating the map on T side, and a handful of tweaks to give CT some new defensive positions, while also removing some of their more powerful ones. Word has it that the update is causing issues for AMD graphics card owners, which includes crashing to desktop when loading a map. While it's unclear if the new version of Nuke will make its way into competitive matchmaking, it's a substantial upgrade that is sure to be worth checking out. And speaking of CSGO competitive, the MLG main qualifier groups for MLG Columbus 2016 have been announced, set to be held February 26th to 28th. This tournament serves as the qualifiers for MLG's March 29th to April 3rd major tournament. Teams that qualify at MLG Columbus will be going head-to-head with the previous major winners, including Navi, Fnatic, and Virtus Pro. Also announced this week are the details for TWITCHCON 2016, moving to the San Diego Convention Center from San Francisco, and with an additional day added to the schedule, TWITCHCON will be held over 3 days from September 30th to October 2nd. The move sets the capacity of the event to 125,000 attendees. TWITCHCON 2015 had 20,000 attendees over its 2-day run. The move to San Diego and Twitch's continued rocketing growth should have a huge impact on the turnout for the 2016 event. Lastly, Iranian game developer studio Respina has gotten their game E.T. Armies on Steam. Set to launch March 3rd, the game has been in development since 2012, and it's only making its way to American markets this year due to trade sanctions with Iran recently being lifted. With the Steam industry heavily dominated by Western game developers, the perspective of an Iranian developer could come as a breath of fresh air, especially in the FPS genre. While E.T. Armies looks like a pretty generic game, it also utilizes CryEngine, which is very modern technology. If E.T. Armies serves as the baseline for generic games coming out of Iran, who knows what kind of titles we can expect from developers there now that we have a realistic chance of getting them to a global audience. And before I finish, I just wanted to mention that The Division's open beta is now live for everyone on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The open beta ends late on the 21st. That wraps it up for this week in gaming. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to tune in for next week's update. I hope you're enjoying the new format and the ability to sort of skip to the news articles that you enjoy. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.